I call this public hearing on the fiscal year 2011 budget to order.
I thought it was pretty important because all those people were there and they were talking about how they don't want stuff to be cut.
Big and families for Spanish immersion.
I love Spanish. I love Spanish.
Sí se puede. Sí se puede.
There were times in November, December, I felt like it was not going to happen.
That debate was incredibly tough at the office.
It was a big deal because at that time they were about to cut the language and other programs.
Right now, our budget is the proposed budget that Dr. Dale shared with us January 7.
Superintendent Dale, tell us where we are in the process.
Well, for next year's budget, we've already begun looking at, number one, the fiscal situation. Number two, then, where we're going to have to begin to make some potential cuts.
But that's not the only program on the chopping block. At stake, freshman sports, smaller class sizes, full-day kindergarten, and the foreign language immersion program, which allows McKenna Meek to take math, science, and health, all taught in Japanese.
If they take it away, they're taking a whole learning opportunity away for people to learn a new language and talk to people in different countries.
I'm Jack Dale, Superintendent of the Fairfax County Public Schools. Fairfax is an amazing place. It is huge. We're the 12th largest system in the nation, 170,000 children from about 200 different countries of the world. They speak about 120 different native languages. But internally, people refer to it as a Fairfax family.
It hit at, first of all, what our mission was as World Languages Office in Fairfax County Public Schools. It hit on a personal level to where I knew teachers who would be their livelihood would be affected by the cuts.
¿Cómo están?
¿Cómo están?
Muy bien, gracias.
Muy bien, gracias.
¿Y usted?
¿Y usted?
In this class, we're going to take it to a new level where they answer questions on how they like to travel. And they will use creative answers using different forms of transportation.
Me gusta viajar en tren. No me gusta viajar en camión.
Being able to say things in another language gives them a sense of empowerment. It develops their thinking skills and their communication skills, and they are very enthusiastic.
¿Cómo estás?
Estoy feliz.
Me gusta viajar.
¿Cómo te gusta viajar? Me gusta viajar en avión.
If you think of language learning on a continuum from you're just a beginner to you're a native speaker, it moves those kids along that continuum nicely.
对不起，我的中文不好。
对不起，对不起，我只想
跟你当朋友，没关系，我的中文不了。
Working half an hour twice a week, you are putting them on that path of language acquisition with the final result is that they become bilingual and global citizens.
我讲美玲，我家有5个人，妈妈、爸爸、姐姐。
We are very committed to provide to our students education that follow the 21st century skills because we believe that we have to prepare them for the future. They really depart not just to learn a language, but also being able to communicate in that language, to think critically, collaborate, and cooperate is so important because that's what they're going to bring, and not in just one language, but in the future maybe more than one. That they really feel like they're part of this global world and they can speak any language that they're wanted to do.
From the teacher's perspective, because in my position I work very closely with the teachers, I train them, I watch them teach. It was incredibly hard to know that they are going through some very insecure times, not knowing whether they will have jobs the following year if the program were to be cut. So that was always difficult in meetings. I always did my best to answer all the questions and everything truthfully, but one thing I could not take from them was that fear of really what am I going to do next year.
Defining moment in our advocacy was at the public hearings that we did, and we went at this with a very organized approach.
Tonight we have 108 speakers, and our first 21 speakers are students.
People who were interested in FLES, immersion, people from embassies, from the Chamber of Commerce, the State Department. We had students coming.
There are many things I hope to do, and learning Japanese is one of them. I hope you will keep this program. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Liam Bates.
Marhaban, Anna Ismi, Liam Bates. I am in first grade at Sleepy Hollow Elementary School. I love my Arabic class and my teacher, Mr. Simi. I have learned a lot in only 6 months. Please continue to fund the foreign language in elementary schools. Shukran. And now, my friend Max.
Good evening. My name is Max, and I am in first grade. This year, I am studying Arabic at my school, and I really like it. Please don't take it away.
We had probably over 100 speakers that came out, and they all made really good arguments. They attacked it. They came at it from different angles.
Language instruction is critical for the future. Immersion is no doubt a proven and innovative program, and it does attract people to Fairfax County.
We voted you into office with the understanding that you will provide that quality of education, and we will be watching you as how you vote on this year's budget.
I feel strongly about learning a foreign language early because of my own difficulty becoming fluent in Spanish.
I have a feeling some of what I'm going to say isn't going to be too popular with a couple of the groups in the room. We should be funding core services, the things that help kids learn math, history, reading, science. That's what they're going to school to learn.
Please keep that spark for those kids who need it for language or for art or for music. We need to be more than just the core. We've got to be bigger than that.
It is possible to save money and programs through innovative thinking. Here's a perfect example. Colvin Run Elementary School in Vienna has a contract with Rosetta Stone's language program that costs them $7,000 a year and serves nearly 1,000 students. You cannot expect to replace FLES with the after-school fee-based FLEX program or Rosetta Stone.
We moved to Falls Church specifically to go to Bailey's Elementary School so that my daughter could go to that school because of the Spanish immersion program. While it's great that a kid is learning to speak Spanish or French or whatever, I don't know what the flags means. Is that good? Bad? Good.
They're just standing up to support you.
Okay, gotcha.
They're showing that they support you.
I thought I got filibustered. Okay.
No.
The other things that we did is we decided we needed to have a name for our group, so we named it Fairfax Flags, which stands for Foreign Language Advocacy for Grade Schools. Tina and I had complementary skill sets because I had been following the budget for a couple of years. I had gotten familiar with the school board members, I'd built contacts, I learned about the budget process, I'd been to a lot of public hearings and spoken in the past, so we were able to work really well together. One of the things that we did that I thought made a good impression is we started our very first meeting, showed up with PowerPoint presentations.
They felt if we have a way to get this research out there, nobody would in their right mind would make the choice to cut world languages.
I'm really glad that we stuck it out, that we made that happen, that the impression was good. I mean, it was a tremendous amount of work, a tremendous amount of time.
I think they did that in a very, very effective way.
I congratulate Fairfax County Public Schools for embedding the foreign language programs in elementary schools and not waiting until high school when it is much more difficult to acquire a third or fourth or second language fluently.
I have achieved partially learning a new language and learning that not only one language is spoken. أنا أكون فاتور، أنا أذهب إلى مدرسة، أنا أكون غداء، أنا أذهب إلى منزل، أنا أكون عشاء، أنا أنام.
شتاء، خريف، صيف، رحيبة، فليس المفرد هل هو شتاء. like I want to keep the FLES program in my school, and I just want to. It was really fun, so I wouldn't want it taken away from me.
It was just a really good feeling to not only save the program for my child, but to save these teachers' jobs, to enable them to do what they love doing, and to let other kids have access to this. And it's something that's going to benefit them down the road. And I feel really good about that personally.
对不起，我的中文不好。对不起，对不起，我不知道你在说什么。对不起，我的中文不好。对不起，对不起，我只想跟你当朋友。没关系，我的中文不了。没关系，没关系。我还想跟你当朋友，好棒好棒，小朋友。